As more and more people make the transition from outdoors to indoors, whether it's riding their bike to work or walking to work, they need materials and items that can really go from bicycle to boardroom. And the folks at Now have come up with a great line just for that. Mark is here. Mark, tell us a little bit about Now and what the philosophy behind the brand is.
Well, Now is a brand that's been around since Spring 7. It's a Maori word, the indigenous tribe in New Zealand. It really is a word, it means welcome. So our whole idea with Now is it's a welcoming brand, and the other thing is just obviously the phonetic. It's now, it's current, it's fresh, it's something new. The real thing about Now is really its focus on design. Its main thing is using high-end design as a solution to problems we face today. So we really look at it, if you kind of boil it down from there, we look at design as being beauty, performance, and sustainability. Sustainability is kind of the base beat. Everything here is either recycled poly and designed to be recycled at the end of its life, organic cotton, traceable wool. We check against chemicals and finishes. We also do 2% philanthropy from every sale we make, and the customer gets to choose where that goes from. So we look at our corporate stuff, we look at our raw materials, we do sustainability. But the other elements that are kind of new and kind of keyed into what you were saying is we really try and balance this idea of performance and beauty. Everyone has technical performing products, but a lot of times when you put them all on, you're looking like Tron Techno Boy in your outfit. So for me, the idea is if you can take performance and you can actually add some beauty, a little bit more range in its aesthetic and wearability, you've got something that's more useful. So that blend of performance and beauty. And I think it gets down to a meta theme I like to think about, which is this idea of movement. You need technically, something has to move with you if you're climbing or riding your bike, and then metaphorically, it should move through more of your life. It should work for sport. It should work for a casual evening. You should be able to commute to it and work and not sweat to death, but then show up and work and look presentable. It's great when you're traveling. You can take a few key pieces and you could do a sport or go out to dinner. So that kind of flexibility in design really is great. And ultimately, it's kind of more is less. More in your closet, doesn't make you a better person or a greater athlete, right? You can kind of boil it down to a real small set of stuff you're going to wear, and off you go. All
right, well, let's talk about the clothes themselves, because in the end, if a philosophy is just that, if it doesn't work on the body. So let's talk about what you've got going on right here.
Well, it's a women's outfit for us. And I think the main thing here are two pieces. The chrysalis dress is this top outfit here. It's all from recycled polyester, designed to be re-recycled again at the end of its life. And it's a combination of a high-performance wind shell type fabric, but designed as a dress. So our inspiration was like women cycling to work in Amsterdam, where they had to have a great-looking jacket that protected them from the weather, but it had to be professional. They could wear it and stylish. So this is almost a dress slash jacket. It'll protect you from light wind and rain. Sleeves leave them pop off, so if you want to wear it in the summer, hot or not. So it's a real flexible piece that takes a performance soft shell fabric, makes it into a nice stylish dress that can be used for a lot of different things. And then underneath it is the Sutra tank, and it's made out of silk and organic cotton. So it's a nice natural fiber that performs well, wicks, keeps you comfortable in a lot of weather. So here you have an outfit that has high performance to it, but it doesn't look like you're dressed up to do a particular sport. So it's great for travel, great for urban cycling to work or whatever.
Fantastic. And the men also get some fashion and technical aspects as well.
So again, here kind of the same thing. This is called the Gust wind shirt, and it's all from recycled polyester and re-recyclable at the end, so we aren't really using any new petroleum to make it. Underneath it is a merino wool t-shirt. So the idea here is you have a piece that has high performance. The merino wool will move moisture, be comfortable next to skin. It has a shell fabric that's wind and water resistant, but you can see this thing is styled up to where literally you can wear this to rock climb, ride your bike, hike, fly fish, play golf, whatever kind of activity you want. But also it's a pretty chilled out piece. You can go out to dinner and not look like you just walked off the mountain.
And I see, the shorts as well also, look like classic, wool trousers, right, just trimmed down. But I see it also has, a little hidden pockets as well.
So the whole idea with wool is obviously it doesn't absorb water and get all wet like cotton does. It's easy to travel in. You can, if you're in water, if you're riding your bike and it's a wet day in the rain. Also utility, being able to have a little cell phone pocket or things like that. So it's the kind of product that really will travel with you in your life quite easily.
And speaking of traveling, this I think is perhaps one of my favorite items that I've seen. It's a back in the day, you saw these old pictures of the in the 1890s folks riding their big high-wheeled bicycles. They always, had a lovely riding jacket on.
Absolutely. Well, our idea here is kind of taking that classic British inspiration of a riding jacket. Before the days of zippers, this was how you closed a jacket. So you used buttons. You also could button the collar up and get some warmth and protection out of it. So we went after kind of that classic styling, and then we said, oh, let's do it in a modern fabric. So this is 80% recycled polyester, 20% organic cotton that gives a little bit of a heathered look. So here you have a blazer that's really smart, is cut a little bit more active with that idea. The idea you can get a little bit of warmth out of it. It repels water, repels red wine, grime, mud, whatever the case. So it's something you could ride your bike to work. You could go out if it was a little bit stormy and move around in it still, travel in it, spill wine on it, rinse it off in your sink, hang it up, wear it in the morning. So it's a really versatile piece that, really morphs from something fairly technical that gives you some good weather resistance to something fully styled up. So it really has the elasticity to do pretty much anything.
Which is part of what everybody wants. They want that one piece that can do everything. And then finally, again, back to the women.
Well, so back to women, the idea here is, again, using all merino wool from these really great tanks to these woven shorts from its kind of utilitarian, high-performance area. But wool is either seen as underwear or something itchy. So fine merino wool is really comfortable next to skin. And I think this whole ensemble is just perfect for, again, ride your bike, rock climb, do yoga in it, and you're not in all this super tight sort of spandexy stuff. So it really fits good. And then just the aesthetic of wool. It's a much more tailored, fine kind of looking fabric. It doesn't look too shiny. And then one other item I think is quite cool is we're all used to a waterproof shell that you put it on, and it being a noisy, heavy shell. So here it is, no noise at all for a waterproof shell. And the idea here is that a waterproof fabric can actually be quiet and can actually be this stretchy. So you have this very stretchy, light, simple waterproof pullover. So here you have a jacket, a women's jacket. It's a great little waterproof pullover that's quiet, takes up almost no room if you want to just stuff it in a bag or with a pack, and it's not noisy and crinkly. So it's kind of a modern way of thinking about it. If you want a waterproof shell to feel like you have a comfortable knit t-shirt on and be quiet, that's the things we provide.
Fantastic. Mark, thank you so much for taking the time. Now.com, NAU.com.
NAU.com. That's where you can see
Fantastic. Look forward to seeing all these on shelves coming up very soon.
Great. Thank you.